Hey guys, we have discussed in the past on whether you really need an MBA going forward in your career or not. Now, if you've decided that you do, then today let's talk about how to identify the best business school to get admitted to. Now, there are more than 5,000 business schools in India alone, and each one of them is making many claims and putting forward a lot of propositions to convince you to join their program. So, how do you really identify a great school? It perhaps pays to be aware of some criteria to make that selection. More importantly, what are the primary criteria and what are the not so primary criteria? So let's begin by talking about some of the not so primary criteria. You may even be surprised about what I'm going to say. The first not so primary criteria: placements. Now, everybody talks about placement and it's an attractive proposition for many, but quite honestly, it's a very difficult claim to verify. And really, you're joining an MBA school not to get ready-made fish curry at the end of the day. You're there to learn how to fish. So focus on an MBA school which talks more about their teaching methodology, etc., rather than their placements. Number two, not so primary criteria, average salary. Now, again, a very attractive proposition that people talk about, and again, not a very verifiable claim. Quite honestly, you are looking for a return on your intellect, not a return on the investment that you make in your fees. So if you select a school which is going to nurture your intellect, then you're going to get infinite returns in the long run. Number three, ranking. Now, third-party agencies like portals, magazines, newspapers, etc. Do a lot of MBA schools rankings, but at the end of the day, once again, these are not very verifiable because the process that they use is often in such a small print that you're going to miss it. So take the rankings with a pinch of salt. In fact, you could just use this as your initial database to start your own research. And finally, again, a not so very important criteria is the thing about foreign travel, foreign visits, free laptops, great 5-star hostel accommodation. Now, these are bells and whistles, really. Quite honestly, half this decent infrastructure is good enough as long as the teaching is great. So don't give too much credence to these criteria. So what really are the criteria that you should focus on? Number one, go for the pedigree. And by pedigree, we don't mean how many years the school has been in existence. Find out who's backing it up. Who are the people behind it? Are they committed educationists? Are they technocrats? Who are they? You can even get an idea about the people backing the institute from their governing council and their academic board. They're often very reputed people out there, and it's a little bit more reassuring when good people are backing up an institute, and they're generally the custodians of the values that the business school is projecting to you. Number two, the accreditation. Now, accreditation is done by globally recognized accrediting agencies, some of the famous ones being AACSB, AMBAS, and the Equisis of the world. It's just reassuring that a professional third party has gone through the entire process of a business school so that you're convinced about what they're claiming. You could even trust government certifications like AICT, etc., to find out whether the institute is not a fly-by-night operator or not. Number three, the teaching methodology. Now, a good school will talk very openly about their teaching methodology, whether it's case-based, whether theoretical, whether internship programs, a mix of all. Because after all, from an MBA program, you will need to be a well-rounded professional at the end of the day, not just a theoretical manager. So do a little independent research on their teaching methodology. Number four, the subjects, very important. And not the mainline subjects. Look at the electives and the credits that they offer. The electives often give you an insight of what is the thinking process of the business school. Are there contemporary subjects? Are there liberal subjects? Are there futuristic subjects? It just gives you an insight. Or are they just rehashing some 25, 30-year-old subjects and giving it to you? So do some research on that. Electives are a great insight into finding out what's a great B school. Next, the faculty. A good faculty is normally displayed on any business school's website. So do your independent research on the faculty. How are they taken by the wider industry? What research have they done? What publishing have they done? In which journals? Are they looking at only academic journals, or do they have some practical industry connect? Do your own research. That'll give you an insight about a great business school. And finally, the alumni, your best source. Now, quite honestly, run a small search on, let's say, something like a LinkedIn, Establish Connect, and ask a question saying that, hey, I'm planning to join your institute. What's your opinion? And most likely you're going to get an honest reply, and that too in confidence. So these are some of the criteria that you should use while selecting the best business school. I hope it helps you. Subscribe and stay connected for some more great insights going forward. And till we meet again, goodbye and take care.